Yeah?
About good sa quiz, sir. Ikaw ang ga-check or psychology, sir.
Clap.
Okay, so let's start now. So by the way, our word of the day is trust. So this video is about compound interest. What is compound interest? If you walk into a bank and open a savings account, you will earn interest on the money you deposit in the bank. Meaning to say, if the interest is calculated once a year, we call it as simple interest. Otherwise, if the interest is calculated more than once per year, then it is called compound interest. So it could be bi-monthly, it could be monthly, it could be semi-annually, or it could be quarterly. So what is compound interest formula? The mathematical formula for calculating compound interest depends on several factors. And let us try to determine each factors by its term. Now, the amount of money deposited is what we call the principal. The annual interest rate in the decimal form. The number of times the money is compounded per year, and the number of years the money is left in the bank are all the factors for formulating a compound interest. So let us have now the compound interest formula. Okay, so these so many factors lead us to this very simplified form of compound interest formula. So by the way, please don't ever confuse about the different variables being used in each formula sought by the different references or by the author itself. As long as we're able to define the variable or that formula, then it's very okay. Formula of compound interest is FB equals the product of P times 1 plus quotient of J over M raised to the power of Tm, where FB or F is the future value of the deposit. P is the principal, present, or face value or amount of money deposited. J is the annual interest rate in decimal form, is also expressed as R. M equals to the number of times compounded per year, monthly, bi-monthly, semi-annually, quarterly, and the T equals the time in years. So take note, we can express N equals the product of T and M, and I as the quotient of J and M. Let us have example number 1. If you deposit 4,000 pesos into an account paying 6% annual interest compounded quarterly, how much money will be in the account after 5 years? So again, let us apply our standard way in solving the problem by putting the pen. Okay, now the deposit amount is 4,000. That is now the principal amount, pesos. Into an account paying 6%, it can be expressed as R. In this process, we were going to use the J. That is 6%, or can be expressed as 0.06. Then the next is compounded quarterly. So meaning to say, you're going to pay it every 3 months, so that is 4. Then how much money will be in the account after 5 years? So the time is 5 years. What is asked in the given problem is the future value, FB. So we know the solution using the formula FB equals the product of P1 plus the quotient of J over M, then the product of MT. Be familiarized with this general formula for the compound interest. Okay, so let's do the substitution. That is 4,000. This is 1 plus J is 0.06 over M is 4. Raised to the power of 4 times the years is 5 years. Okay, now let us have your calculator and let us do this process so that we can arrive at the same answer. So press 0.06 with your calculator or cell phone there, 0.06. Divide 4, the answer 0.015 plus 1. The answer is 1.015. Using your calculator or cell phone, look for the key XY. XY. So press XY. And we know 4 times 5 is 20. So to the power of 20. Close parenthesis. So the result must be 1.34685500 and so on. Now take note, please don't ever try to do the rounding off in this moment. Okay, so just retain the result, multiply it to 4,000. The result is 5,387.42. This is the right time. You're going to round it up the final answer into hundreds.